All right, so we're going to look at CBQ 4.1 review. Again, this may be in multiple videos, but I'm going to try to make it all in one, but it's probably going to be multiple videos. Okay, question number 1. The sum of the first n consecutive even numbers can be found using s equals n squared plus n, where n is greater than or equal to 2. What is the value of n when the sum is 702? So the sum in this problem is this s. Okay, so if the sum is 702, it always helps me to write my equation. Then instead of writing s, we're going to write 702. So it wants to know what's the value of n when that's 702. Well, if you do this, now when you move something across the equal sign, what does that do to it? It changes from a positive to a negative. Okay, anytime you cross over the equal sign, you must change the signs. So there's 0 left here. Okay, now this, we know what to do to find n. Remember, it's just the same as finding solutions. So take out your calculator. Okay, so we're going to go to y equals. Type in the equation. X squared plus x minus 702. Okay, so now we're going to go to the table. We want to find when y is 0. So use these numbers. Let's go to 6 first. Is y 0 for 6 when x is 6? No. Okay, let's check number 12 next, because he's next in line. So 12. Is y 0 when x is 12? Nope. 26. Is y 0 when x is 26? Uh-huh. Now check 39. And you can do this. Second table set. You can hit 39 and then go to your table. There it is. Is y 0 when x is 39? Nope. So your answer here is C. Now you could have gotten another way about this as well. Given this equation here, you could have put in, instead of n, put 26 squared plus 26. Okay, so instead of n, we put a 26. If we type that in our calculator, remembering parentheses, squared plus 26. Okay, enter. That gives us 702, which is what we were looking for. Okay, so you could do that 2 different methods. All right, number 2. What are the solutions to this? Okay, so I always like to rewrite it. We need to find the solutions. So everything needs to be on the same side. So we need to move this 64 over here. Remember, when it crosses the equal sign, what happens to it? It now becomes negative. Okay, so take out your calculator, type in this equation into y equals x minus 7 squared minus 64. Graph it. So it crosses here at negative 1. So the option that says that is negative 1 and 15. Let's check that. Go to your table. Let's go back to table set, negative 1. Table. Negative 1's right, because y is 0. So now let's check 15. When x is 15, y is 0, that's also correct. So these are your solutions. All right, number 3 says the function L equals 0.8t models the relationship between L, the length in feet of a pendulum, and t, the period in seconds of the pendulum. Which value is closest to the period in seconds for which the pendulum is 15 feet long? Okay, so we have the equation. L equals 0.8t squared. T is what? the seconds. And L is the length. Okay? Sometimes it helps to label it. Okay? Alright, so they want to know which seconds will give you 15 feet long. So how I'm going to go about doing this is just by plugging it in. Instead of putting T for seconds, I'm going to put these. So we have 0.8, 4.9 squared. And then 0.8, 4.3 squared. 0.8, 5.4 squared. And 0.8, 6.8 squared. That's how I'm going to type it in. So we're going to take our calculator. Get out of here. So 0.8, don't forget your parentheses, 4.9 squared. Enter. They gave us 19.2. So I'm going to write that on the side over here. 19.2. Okay, check the next one. 0.8 parentheses 4.3 squared. 14.7. Or 0.8, because we're rounding. Alright, the next one. 0.8, 5.4 squared. 23.3. And the last one, 0.8, 6.8 squared. 36.99. Okay, so which one of these is closest to 15 feet? This 14.8. So the answer here is B. We just plugged it in. All right, number 4. What are the solutions to this equation? Okay, remember solutions are just the x-intercepts. But if we need to find the x-intercepts, type it in. Everything needs to be on the same side. So if it's negative on this side, what is it over here? It's positive. Now we can type it in our calculator. So go to y equals, type it in. X squared minus 19x plus 78. Graph it. Okay, so we see one of the x-intercepts. It's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the only one that says that is 6 and 13, so let's check those numbers on our table. So at 13, y is 0, so that's good. And then we need to check 6 just to be sure. At 6, our y is 0. So the solutions are 6 and 13. Alrighty, so let's go up to number 5. Number 5 is one of my favorites. I love questions like this. It says the side lengths of the figure below are given in centimeters. If the perimeter of this figure is 121 centimeters, what is the value of x? Now think about it. What is perimeter? It's just adding up all the sides, right? So if you add up all the sides, we have 4x plus 3x plus 2. Minus 2. Plus 3x minus 2 plus 6 plus x squared, and they all need to equal 121. Okay? Now there's a really easy way to solve for x here. You don't even have to combine like terms. Okay? Now you can combine like terms if you feel like it, but you don't have to. So we need to get everything on the same side. Okay? So we need to move that little guy over. So 121 needs to move over. Okay, so we have 4x plus 3x minus 2 plus 3x minus 2 plus 6 plus x squared minus 121. Okay, because when he moves over, he becomes a negative. Let's just type all that into our calculator. Into y equals, okay? 4x. All right, so y equals... Clear this. 4x plus 3x minus 2 plus 3x minus 2 plus 6 plus x squared minus 121. And graph it. Remember, to solve for x is finding your solutions, or finding your zeros, or finding your x-intercept. Okay? So we see 1 here at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like it's at 7. Let's double check. Yep, 7, 0. And there's our 7. Okay? Now, if the answer, like say it had 2, say it crossed through twice, and the negative answer was there, can you have a negative dimension? No. So don't ever pick the negatives, ever. You could just cross those out. All right, number 6. Number 6. What is the solution to this equation? Notice none of them are pretty. Okay? That's okay. We're still going to make it happen. So we're still going to type this into y equals. We need to move this guy over. So it's 3x squared minus 5x. Instead of a positive 1, it's a negative 1 equals 0. So we type that into y equals. So we have 3x squared minus 5x minus 1. Graph it. Okay, so it looks like it's at 0 and 2. Let's see if it is. Let's go up. Nope, not at 0, not at 2. It's really close to it, though. So if it looks like it's at 0 at 2, it looks like it might be a little bit negative and almost to 2. So it's a little negative. Let's do this. Little negative. And one that's close to 2. Okay? So we're going to type those in there. Okay. We're going to type those in and find the one that has an answer that's a little bit negative and one that's close to 2. Okay? So, letter choice A. This is how you have to type it in. Okay? Oh, it won't let me. Okay. Here's how you have to type it in. So, that's clear. Okay. You have to do negative 10. Now remember, plus or minus means plus and then minus. So plus the square root of 101. Hit enter. Then divide by 3. Don't do it all at one time. So this one is 0.16. Or 0.166. 0.166. Now we need to find the other one by doing negative 10 minus the square root of 101. Hit enter. Then divide by 3. So this is negative 6.68. So negative 6.68. Are these what we're looking for? Is it a little bit negative and then close to 2? Nope. Not A. Next answer choice. We have negative 5 plus 30 square root of 37. So negative 5 plus the square root of 37. Okay, hit enter. Then we divide by 6. So this is 0.18. 0.18. Do it again. Negative 5 minus the square root of 37. Hit enter. Then divide by 6. This is negative 1.8. Negative 1.8. So, do these meet the criteria? A little bit negative and close to 2. Nope. Not the answer. Alrighty. So now let's look at the next one. 5. So this is positive 5 instead of negative 5. So positive 5 plus the square root of 37. Enter. Divide by 6. Enter. That's 1.8.